Hi. It's midnight, and got a little craving for a little snack. I said I wanted a little something, but I've made this quite often, and it's fast, because who wants to spend like hours in the kitchen at midnight? You know, you want something fast and something that's easy to make. Or it could be that maybe you're watching a game, or you're binging some movies, but you still want something that's quick. I've got something here. This is something besides making mac and cheese, you know, that's something that's quick to eat, and that's, well, I find it pretty good, because for the price, it's also economical. Right now I'm just dicing up some veggies. I got here some red peppers, and I've got some tomato. But the whole trick of the whole thing is I toasted some toast, some bread. Now what you want to do is you want to toast it so it's golden brown. You don't want to over toast it, but you don't want to under toast it. You're going to place that on your pan. I'm doing 4 right now. Especially if you have children. They have an appetite that's never ending. And you always have to have something ready for them. This is even something that they can make. And basically, you can also clean out your fridge at the same time by making these. I've diced up my peppers. Now, I've got some tomato. So, I'm just going to dice up some fresh tomato. Whatever basically is your fancy, or what you have in the fridge. Yeah. That you can put on a pizza. Now that we've diced up our tomato, I have here some hot dogs. You can use pepperoni, sliced pepperoni, but you figure kids. What child doesn't like hot dogs? Well, actually, who doesn't like hot dogs? I like hot dogs. But you can use pepperoni too. But I didn't have any. And this basically, I always have, or we always have this in our freezer. Hot dogs. I get the jumbo ones. And I diced it up. I boiled it in the frying pan, small frying pan, and I fried it at the same time. So it's all cooked, all ready to go. We have our hot dogs. And you're going to see this is so simple and fast to make that you don't waste any time. You could be watching the game at the same time, or just relaxing, just enjoying a peaceful evening. Or like I said, in my case, a midnight snack. Now, I've got my bread, my toast. I've got here just simple tomato soup. You don't want anything fancy, but I use just tomato soup. Put on some tomato soup here. Probably want about 2 teaspoons per toast. I'm gonna try and get things going here. Everybody having a good weekend. Yeah. Now, summer has arrived, and I don't know about all of you, but the holidays are coming up, summer holidays. Hope gonna get out there camping or doing some outdoor activities. Now, we put on our tomato soup. You can see, even though, just move over a bit here. Now, I'm going to put on my sliced hot dogs. If you're having a party, or you're having a bunch of people over, you can make even a dozen or more. Put them on a cookie sheet and put them in the big oven. So, pretty simple. Let's go in here. That's one thing that when I'm in the kitchen, I really don't like spending a lot of time cooking. Because when I'm hungry and I want to eat. So that's why I don't waste my time in the kitchen. I have other things to do. Now, we've got our hot dogs on there. I'm going to put on a few veggies just to make it healthy. You know, just a few little simple veggies here. Some peppers, some red peppers. Even though, like I was saying, for the sports or things that you watch, I'm not a sports fanatic. I like, NASCAR and stuff like that, or tennis or certain things, golf. But I'm not a big sports fanatic. I'm more into movies. Now I'm adding my diced tomatoes. You might not want to put that if you have kids. They might not like it, but like I said, if this is going to be for the kids, let them make it themselves so they can put what they want on it. If they want it just plain, they can make it plain. Let them go with their flow. Okay. Now, we've got, just to recap, got our tomato soup, we've got our hot dogs, we've got our red peppers, tomatoes. Now, for the cheese, I'm just going to move this over here. Slide this over. Bring my grater. So, I'm going to grate some mozzarella cheese. I love mozzarella because it melts fast. It's so easy to use. And you can put as much as you want. You can tell, if you noticed from my previous videos, I got a haircut. I cut my hair. Gave it a trim. Because it was too long and it was getting hot under there with the heat waves we've been having. So I decided to give it a trim. It feels much better. Now, all we have to do is add the cheese. A little bit of mozzarella. I tried doing this in the microwave. There's a trick. Apparently, if you take some cardboard and you put your pizza on a piece of cardboard and you microwave it, apparently it's going to stay crispy. I've never really tried it. I'm going to have to try that one day. But seeing I don't like to waste, but it would be a good experience to give it a try. Now, I've got my mozzarella on it. You can put Parmesan, Emmental, feta, whatever you have in the fridge. And now, like I said, I'm taking my time here. I'm just relaxing as I talk to you. Now we're going to go put these babies on broil in the little toaster oven for a couple of minutes. Let's pick up a few things here. Yeah, like I was saying. And I've got them in the oven on broil. Tell me too, let me know in the comments if you do this. If you make yourself these kind of snacks. Or is it all like fast food, like things you buy that's frozen, that's ready to go in the oven? Like those frozen pizzas or chicken wings or egg rolls, all those things that, yes, I even have them. I have some, because sometimes I'm really busy and I don't want to put things out or do things. I just take something out of the freezer and pop it in the oven. But it doesn't beat something that's fresh that you make yourself. And I've showed in my videos that, like, I've made pizzas, homemade pizzas and lasagnas and all kinds of things, but they're very time consuming. But they're so good. When you have the time to do it, like, go for it. Make yourself a homemade pizza. The dough takes a second to make. A little bit of flour, water, some yeast. Whip it all together. You're ready to go. So, that's one of the, and a lasagna. Make yourself a spaghetti sauce. Buy the spaghetti sauce. Get yourself some lasagna pasta. Make yourself a homemade lasagna. Nothing better than that. So there's so many possibilities for when it comes to cooking. That's why I say, do it. Go for it. But if you're in a rush and you don't have the time, there's meals that you can make that are fast, economical, and ready to go. That's what I say. So you can give it a try. And just use what you have in your fridge, like I'm doing. Sometimes we don't even realize what we have that's going to make a meal. So it's important to check. Make yourself a checklist. Before you go out and buy more groceries, take a look what you have. You might have something in there that you can whip up in a flash that's going to make you a quick snack. And I'm pretty sure everyone always has like some potatoes, a few, even frozen vegetables is a possibility that you can use. So, I'm wondering how my little pizzas are doing. I've got them on broil. Shouldn't take too long to cook. Because if you figure that I've toasted, I'm going to wash my hands. If you figure I've toasted the bread, the hot dogs have been cooked and roasted. I've diced up the veggies and I've grated the cheese. And they're all things that take, 2-3 minutes to do? At the most. Whip it all together, put it in the oven, and it's ready to go. So, you can't have anything better than that. But even, another little trick, and this was a success also for some of my guests. I took some soda crackers, just plain soda biscuits, and you line them up. Use as many as you want. Just line them up so sort of like if you're going to make like nachos, but you line up your soda biscuits, put on your pepperoni or hot dogs or whatever, just a few little pieces of veggies, and your cheese. Pop that in the oven for 5-10 minutes on broil. You've got yourself some great little hors d'oeuvre snacks to serve to your guests. And they're crispy and they're delicious. Oh, but don't forget to put on the sauce. Yes, I'm forgetting the tomato sauce. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I would advise you to do so. Yes. So I'm going to check on my little pizzas. I'll be right back. There we go. Out of the oven. Look at this. It took, like I told you, like not even 10 minutes under broil. And if I can lift one up here just to show you. And they're not even burnt underneath. Gonna be crispy. I'd love to have a bite with you, but they're too hot. So I gotta wait for it to cool down. And I'm gonna have my midnight snack. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. And use your imagination when you're making them. Everything goes. So we love you. Take care. And be catching you on our next video. Goodbye for now. Bye. Let's take a thumb shot. Pizza.